Welcome to the Fabulous Women Podcast Studio. I'm your host, Dr. Kim Allen. I'm really glad that you're here. Today's guest is here because I saw something. My husband and I were walking through the Manayunk Art Festival, which we've gone to for decades. It's right outside of Philadelphia, where there's hundreds of artists, white tents everywhere. And suddenly I saw this explosion of color. And naturally, I walked right to it. And that's how I met Delaney Freel. I bought 3 pair of earrings. I'm wearing 1 pair right now. I'm hoping everyone can see these. My sunglasses. Okay, let me see if I can get them up here so you can see how pretty they are. All right. I bought these and a couple others too. And if you stay tuned, in a few minutes, I've got a really special surprise for you. I've never done it on a podcast, but we're doing it today. So after buying these, I met with her husband, Jade. He was there also. He's wonderful. I started asking questions. And somewhere in that conversation, I thought, I need to have this woman on my podcast because Delaney doesn't just make jewelry. She left art school because she wanted to stop studying and start making things. So stop studying art and start making art. She traveled. She experimented. Things didn't always work for her. She kept creating. And today, the work she makes through Delaney Blu, which is the name of her company, and you can see her on her website, it's even carried by the Philadelphia Museum of Art. So Delaney, welcome.
Thank you so much, Kim. I really, really appreciate it. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited you're here. I think we met, I don't know how long ago. Has it been like 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, something like that?
Gosh, I don't know. It feels so long ago at this point.
I know. It's amazing. I'm so happy to have you here. The audience, if you are listening to this on Spotify or Apple, you may want to continue listening to it, but you can actually switch over to YouTube and watch the video through the Fabulous Women Podcast Studio channel. It's going to be something to see. I promise you. So, Delaney, before we begin, is there anything you want to say?
I don't have much to say, really. I'm really excited to be here. I've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. But I mean, I met you. You were just like a ray of sunshine. I feel like your energy really matched the vibe of my jewelry. And I feel like I'm just more of a shy person, but you're really good at showing it off. So I'm really happy to do this.
Oh, honey, we're going to talk about all this. All right, let's just get right into it. May I begin with questions?
Do I have any questions?
No. Can I begin asking you some
questions?
Oh,
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Let's do this, everyone. Okay. So, Delaney, again, I met you standing in a white tent, right? And this beautiful art festival that actually almost doubled in size. This year that we went, it was just so long. We just kept walking, and there you were. And when I walked into your tent, I was surrounded by the most joyful jewelry that I have ever seen. And I loved it. I've purchased it. Going to show you some more in a minute, everyone. But I want to go backward. Were you always this creative?
Oh, I still feel like I struggle to even say that I'm creative. I just love creating, I feel like spaces. Color has always brought me joy. But I never wore color, actually. I wore all black definitely in art school. I think all I wore was black. Right. And maybe like a splash of color in my jewelry. And I always colored my hair. My hair was like every color under the sun. But always creative. I don't know. Like I like problem solving. I feel like maybe creative in that way. But I don't think I ever really saw myself as an artist. And even to this day, I'm like, I make jewelry. I still struggle to say that I'm an artist, and I'm working on it, but I see it more and more. I mean, I'm trying to see it, I guess, but always creative. I think it's always been there, but I probably wasn't always able to admit it, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. So I understand this, everyone, and probably those of you who follow me know that our daughter went to art college. And we have the lack of savings account to show for that too, right? My daughter was the same way. I think that the art school uniform is black. Everyone, we loved it. We loved the atmosphere. We loved the people. It was fantastic. So I understand exactly what you're saying, of course, because we look at you as an artist, and we know you are an artist. So let's go a little bit deeper here so the audience really knows a little bit more about you. You said that you went to art college in Chicago and you left after 2 years. What wasn't working for you, Delaney?
I think the hardest thing is like, one, I struggled to feel like an artist in the space. Even though I do feel like, I guess you could say, validated by my art, like I did after my first year receive an additional scholarship, but I don't feel like I really had the freedom to do the art that I really wanted to do. We had to, of course, do our core classes, which is really to help you explore all different mediums, which was fine. But I didn't feel like I ever fit into the art world. I wasn't very, like I said earlier, I'm not very outgoing. So I wasn't able, you'd go to an art gallery and meet artists, and the people I hung around are like, oh, I make this is my art. And they're very showy and it's great. And I loved being around them, but I was not that person. I was always just like the quiet one in the corner, like, and then someone might be like, oh, do you make art? And I'm like, oh yeah. And then I don't want to show it. Like, it was just an uncomfortable thing for me, I guess. But yeah, I feel like I didn't have the time to create what I wanted. I mean, I never slept. All I was doing was working for a final, basically, for who knows what at this, like, some of the projects. But I learned a lot, and I met not so much, I guess, in the classroom as I did outside the classroom, from the people around me, living in a big city, doing things on my own.
Right.
Yeah, I think I learned most about myself than anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're such an art student. I mean, I heard this for 4 years, with my daughter, although she actually did well and she liked art school. And she, one thing with art school is you're always being critiqued. And she had a lot of friends that left art school because of that. And my daughter, which we're so proud of her, that she, listened to all the critiques, and she did, she funneled that. Yeah. And she has tough skin, which I discovered that about herself. So what I'm hearing from you is that you really didn't want to study people who made things. You wanted to make things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what that was. I just kind of wanted to get in there and do something.
And do it. Yep. Yeah. No, I get that. I think that's the hard part, going to a 4-year college, right? The first 2 years are core courses when you want to get into whatever it is that you want to do.
Yeah.
So when we talk about your leap, so leaving art school without knowing exactly where you were going next takes a certain amount of nerve and guts to do that, right?
Yeah.
Were you fearless, or did you just go do it anyway?
Oh gosh. I think I was more afraid of telling my parents, because I grew up knowing you have to go to school, you have to graduate, all of this. And really, when I was choosing school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know where I wanted to go. Which now looking back, I'm like, well, I wish I would have just traveled in the first place. But I did 2 years of school, and now I'm still paying for it. But you know how it is. So, what was I saying again?
No, we were talking about, again, that you left and you wish that you would travel first. Because actually that brings me to my next question, and then you traveled, you told me about it. Take me through that period in your life. I mean, who was Delaney then, and what were you looking for? Because you had decided to not go to college and you started traveling, which changed your whole world.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember what you said now. Was I fearless? I was afraid of my parents, but I was very excited. I think I was most excited, and I was just kind of over the status quo, I guess. I just wanted something new. I wanted something to challenge me. I guess I just didn't feel very challenged. Life kind of felt just like I was going through the motions, and that was just boring to me.
Right.
So I ended up leaving school and worked like 3 jobs for a year in Chicago, and went backpacking by myself in Southeast Asia, which my dad was like, oh, no way, but my mom's like, go for it. So I did. They were all like, my parents were both very supportive, really. But yeah, so I ended up backpacking, was running low on money after 3 months. So I found a job teaching English in Vietnam, and they paid for my English, like teaching English as a foreign language and everything. So it was great. And there I ended up meeting my husband, which I don't know if I told you before, but my one rule for traveling was, no boyfriends, no drama. And then I ended up marrying like the one guy that I meet. And so, yeah, I ended up traveling, and I was every day, I was drawing, I was writing. I learned really how much I could push myself into something. I never really thought I had so much. I never knew that I could be so fearless and take such risk, I guess.
Right.
So I learned a lot, and I just felt more comfortable with my artwork too. And my husband really helped with that, because he would see me doodling. He was like, wow, you're actually like really good. You should do something with this. You should show people this. And eventually, after many years, I finally did, but he really helped me get there.
Yeah, I met her husband, Jade. He's from South Africa, and he is yummy. Okay. So, all right. So all right. First of all, let me back up, because you have to tell the story, the Vietnam story, because my understanding is that what you were originally trying to create didn't go exactly to plan, which in essence drove you to what you're doing right now. So tell them the Vietnam story.
Yes.
Right.
I know the start of everything has like a long, I guess, beginning, long-winded, many years until we got here, really. Yeah. So when we were living in Vietnam, I had wanted to start this business. I had the idea in like 2017, after finding some of my grandma's ceramic earrings that were super heavy but fragile, and I wanted something lightweight, but still ginormous and fun and durable, because I travel and I'm not great with fragile things. So we were living in Vietnam. We lived there for 3 years, and I always dreamed of this business. My husband told me, he was like, well, start sketching it and everything, because we didn't have an oven. We didn't have the materials to start doing the actual product. So, the idea started of it all. It was just sketching in a book and all of that. And then 2020 happened, and we were actually traveling at the time, and we weren't able to go back to our home in Vietnam. And we were actually in South Africa at the time. Long-winded story. We got stuck here, there. My husband and I were living apart for 4 years, waiting for his visa to come to the US. And that's one of those trips that I was going to see him. I think it was the first time we had gotten married in 2020, and we hadn't seen each other for 3 months. Right after our wedding, I think we were together like 3 days, married. And then he had to go back to South Africa, and I had to go back to the US. So we spent 3 months apart, fresh, newly married, supposed to be on your honeymoon and, all of that. But no, we were living apart. And so I went to go see him, and I was supposed to be with him for 2 weeks. But we were like, that's crazy. We just got married. We're not going to spend 2 weeks together. So we were actually at the airport. I was supposed to get on my flight, and we were like, no, I'm going to stay in South Africa for my full 3 months of my visa. And in those 3 months, I didn't have anything to do, and I'm just sitting at home while he's working. And he was like, well, maybe you start on this business idea you had years ago. So I did. And I just started. I had like this most pathetic workstation. But I made it work. And I think the first, I don't even know, probably 4 batches, maybe 5. I went through so much clay, my first iteration, and they all just literally crumbled into like sand. So they were just trash.
And burnt. I remember you told me they were burnt.
They were burnt. It was horrible. And like, we're living at his grandparents' house. They're like, what is this lady doing?
Oh my
Like
God.
baking these weird clay pieces. Oh yeah. So
Amazing.
yeah, they all broken, but I just kept trying to do something. Yeah.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
You did. And what we're actually going to talk about your visual identity right now. Delaney, but I've got to interrupt us because we have to attend to something really important.
Yeah.
And for everyone who's actually watching this, what I want to do, I've never done before, is I'm doing a little earring fashion show. So I'm going to be showcasing some of Delaney's products that she has made that I bought and that I fell in love with. And I'm trying to find that. Okay, let me get this off. Just real quick, I'm going to put these on, but these are just, I'm trying to do this. She did custom make for me. This is a king and a queen, and these are dandelions. And I'm going to put them on to show you how ridiculously cute they are. But anyway, so as I'm trying these on, you know these, Delaney, everything's backwards.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to actually put on 2 different ones. Just, they're hypoallergenic, right? Yeah. They're lighter than a feather, which is important for me because I don't wear heavy earrings.
Yeah.
But again, like I don't want anyone watching this. So for anyone, you know, saying, oh, I can't wear these. Yeah, you can totally wear these. All right. Here's one. Right. I'm going to put the other one on too. These I wear a lot.
Oh,
right?
I love those ones.
Right. Oh my God. Everything I put, no matter what I could actually like close my eyes and pick out an outfit and pick out your earrings and they're all going to fit fine. Okay. So I'm going to put these on real quick. So we've got these, which are so pretty. Okay. We've got these, which are like gorgeous. All right. So we have these. I'm going to take these up because I do want to put in my king and my queen. Are you kidding me? I just got them today. Oh my gosh. She's like so
happy.
Right? Yeah. She's like, you know, Santa without the red suit for sure. So as I'm just holding this up so everyone can see the name of her company, Delaney Blu. Okay. All right. So I'm doing the king and the queen right now. This is very exciting. But you know what? I think it's really important because also a lot of you probably don't know this about me, but I'm a trained image consultant. Did I take this out? I did not. I'm a trained image consultant and I've done that for years. So for anyone to say, I can't wear that, you know what? Spend some time with me. I think that the most important thing for all of us is to have some joy and have some fun in our life. And this is certainly one way of doing that. So try to put these in. I think I have the king in.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to put the queen in. Okay. And she's got a star on her head because many of you that know me as the founder of the the Fabulous Women Network, and of course, Fabulous Women Podcast Studio, I sometimes and often refer to myself as the queen or at least a princess. And my loving husband of a million years absolutely calls me his princess. Now, of course, you know what? I'm having trouble putting this in because I don't have a mirror. So shame on me. But I'm sorry, everyone. I'm really sorry. I want to try to, but at least you can see my king. Okay. And this is a little princess here.
So cute.
Right? How
yeah.
cute is it? So I'm going to do that. But I'm also, see if I can get this working. I knew I should have brought a mirror in here. Oh my God. Okay. This is the dandelion.
I know. I love his little feet.
Right? Are you kidding me? Listen, I'm really going to be mad. I should get a mirror. I've no assistant here to help me.
It's okay. It's okay.
No,
I feel like I'm so used to it now. Even coming here, my husband's like, maybe you should wear 2 different ones. And I'm like, oh,
he's so yummy.
I know. I'm like, you can just talk to everyone and you'll sell $1 million for us. I don't hear his accent anymore, unfortunately. But
okay, so again, I have 2 different. I have a king on, and it goes with a queen, and I have my little dandelion on. I'm going to keep it on like this, okay? I don't care that because if anyone tunes in at, you know, we've got almost 20 minutes into this right now, and if you think there's something wrong with Kim because she's wearing different earrings and she's not even aware of it, call the medic. No, that is by design, my friend, right? By design. But yeah, I just think it's really great. And it's fun and it's happy. And I will tell you real quick, and I know it sounds like I'm promoting Delaney, and I totally am. Do not be mistaken, okay? But you know what? First of all, I'm also realizing that I still have my favorite hair in from vacation. I don't care, okay? I don't care. Everywhere I go, you know what? First of all, I know it's a lot of my personality too. I get it. But anyway, the point is that wherever I go, I'm happy. I walk in happy. Everyone's smiling. I get whatever I want. Life is good. People ask me about my earrings. Oh my God, there's a story. And let me just say one thing before we continue, everyone. And this is my coach coming out, my executive coaching. Okay. I will tell you what, if you think that none of this has to do with leadership skills, you're wrong, because we have a 29-year-old entrepreneur on this podcast right now who's creating products that brings joy to people, someone like me. And you know what? I have a story to tell people when they ask me even about my earrings. I tell them the story. I am my message with loving women, supporting women, and promoting women. And I will tell everyone Delaney's story because we're not even finished with our questions yet, but it's such a cool one. And if you think for a second that, you know, when we're working in corporations, that, you know what, and you're trying to either get a new job or try to get to know people or be promoted, you know what people want to hear? They want to hear a story. They're going to remember a story about you. They don't care about your resume. Okay. You can pay me a lot of money as an executive coach. I will tell you the same thing. There has to be something about you. Does it mean wearing joyful jewelry? I don't know. It might. I have no idea. But what I'm saying is that everything about your story has everything to do about how you show up and the impact that you're going to make, but also about how memorable you are going to be. Delaney, am I right about this?
Yeah.
I'm right?
I feel that
we're all going to remember you, okay, about the story that you make. So, okay. So let's continue, because when we talk about your visual identity and the fact that I read your social media, it was like $35 was your investment to start making this. When you go on to her website on all her social media, you see her in action. She's got like incredible, I don't know who does your videos, but like they're in short clips and they show you, like, because you're so focused on what you're doing and it shows everything. It shows your design. It shows your mediums that you're using, which is truly amazing. But what's so fascinating about your work, Delaney, your work doesn't whisper. I don't whisper. There's nothing quiet about me. I know that, right? Neither do your photographs either. Your photographs of your work is just amazing. Also, plus two, that you model your own jewelry, which additional branding, like you're gorgeous, right?
Thank you. It's really just because the money. Like, they're mostly taken in my bathroom, actually. If funny thing.
But it's so fantastic. So where does this extraordinary sense of color and play come from?
It's always just made me happy. And I think over the years, really, my mom always says it's when I met my husband, she's like, you just brought more color into your life. And so I don't know. I don't know I guess traveling too, meeting my husband, I just wanted to bring in color to my life. It brought me happiness, and I wanted other people to experience that. And I also, like, I might not feel or like be as outspoken as you are. It's funny because you're like, it doesn't whisper, but I feel like sometimes I might whisper, but my outfit doesn't. But I'm like, that's how I express myself. Maybe not through words, but I'm like, why not just wear it? Like, I'm not good at saying it, so let me just put it on and express who I am that way. Yeah. And I think some people get nervous doing that. I love to see people who come in and go, oh, I could never wear this. And then they buy this thing. And I'm like, oh my God, this is such a beautiful moment. And they just get so, you can see it in their face. So they just get like a whole new spark and joy. And I love that. And it's why I keep doing it, because, and going brighter, going bolder, because I love to see people do that. Like, it just makes me happy. Yeah. No,
I so agree with you. In fact, give me my king. Where am I? My king and my queen. Give me my king and my queen earrings and a sequins gown. I'll go food shopping.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will light up the store when I go in talking to people. So, you know, I think it's great. And I also picture people. I've been in a corporate setting, and oh my gosh, I follow how people show up, and especially women, executive women, what they're wearing. And earlier this year, I read an article in the Wall Street Journal that stopped me in my tracks, that some of these women are wearing sequins blazers to work.
Oh, I love that.
Right? You and I would rock that, right? But you know, like, everyone thinks that's so bold. And the reason why is because they want to be noticed and they want to be remembered. I'm like, you go, girl. I love that. Right. So I was going to ask you the question, but are you bold inside? And you're saying basically that you are a little bit more introverted inside, but I get you going and you're not. In fact, Jade, your yummy husband, you gotta hear this, everyone, at the art festival, he was helping me pick out earrings.
I know.
And with his South African accent, I swear I was going to whip out an encyclopedia and just ask him to read it to me. Right? Oh my God, you're perfect. Okay. All right. Looking at the time, we got to keep going. Okay. Yeah. So the Philadelphia Museum of Art came to you. Really?
Yeah.
It came to you, and you had not approached them. What was it like when you realized that this is happening for you?
It's so crazy. I feel like we were talking earlier before we started, this year is just like run away and everything. I feel like so much has happened this year. And really the next 2 months were kind of more chill on purpose, because I'm like, I feel like I need to take time to reflect on everything that has happened already.
Right.
And one of them being, the Philadelphia Art Museum. And so I don't know, I guess it happened and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, okay, we got to make this perfect, make it really good. I'm really excited to get this to them. And I feel like my mom works with us. She does all our admin. And so she sees all the orders. And I feel like she's kind of the cheerleader. She's like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So she tries to keep me hyped up. But you got to grind. But
right. What's your mom's name?
Vicky.
Hey, Vicky, it's Kim. Yeah, you're right. Keep that going because I will tell you, we're members of the Philadelphia Museum of Art. We've been for years. And we go to our daughter's an artist and she married an artist and they live in Denmark. So we're in art galleries globally. And I will tell you right now, my friend, that's very big. It's a very big deal for you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. So I'm going to wear, I don't know, probably my king and my queen and a sequins gown. And I'm going to go to the Philadelphia Art Museum, just kind of walk around.
Oh, I love it.
Okay. Yeah, you carry this stuff. And I met her. All right. So let me ask you a question because you are 29 years old. Oh my God, you're an embryo. You're so young. I love it. I love that you're doing this. Okay. Here's my question. What to you, Delaney, what does women supporting women actually look like to you? And you're 29. So I'm curious for your answer.
Let me think about this. I feel like, I think important thing to me and what my mom's taught me is just I think listening to other women is important. Not just I feel like you could say the obvious things like shopping local woman businesses and all that, but I think it's more of listening to what's happening to them in the community and listening to them. And I just think of my relationships with all the females in my life, and I think that would be my number one is listening, paying attention, being there as a support system through the small and big. I just think of my girlfriends and it's I think for me, I think showing up for the small things is just as important as being there for the big things.
Yes.
And I'm very close with my mom and my sister. Mm-hmm. And I think, I just think of our relationship and it's just have fun and chatting and just being there for each other and listening to each other. I think that's supporting, that's how I would see supporting women.
Right. And I do think, you're going to meet other women through them being drawn to your tent.
Yeah.
Like moths to a flame, like I was.
Yeah.
And I think that other women, especially the fabulous women, that they're going to lift you and they're going to support you because I think you're going to get really, really big. I do. I predict that for you. So, all right. So Delaney, in closing, you're only 29 years old. I know you said to me, I'm going to be 30 in October.
Yeah.
Hey, ride this wave, girl, because we're not backward, right? But you're still 29 to me. So you're nowhere near the end of your becoming story. You are becoming right now. And your future is going to be so bright that I know I'm going to have you back on in a short amount of time. And you're going to say, oh my gosh, Kim, I can't believe that all this has happened since. But tell me this, that what do you want to make next? just not just with your hands, but with your life?
Oh, oh gosh, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, definitely, like the first thing that comes to mind, I'm like, I want to make so many things with my hands, but then I'm like, with my life. Oh, I mean, right now, I think the big thing that we're in the middle of is I'm sitting in like our totally Mod Podged studio and retail space at the moment, which is super exciting. I'm like, I've always like, how fun is that to create your own retail space? I remember
cool.
having a project like that as I don't know what grade I was in, like third grade or something. We got to design a candy store, and I was like, this is the best thing. I want to do this with my life. And now I get to design a jewelry store, which is so much fun. So that's in the works right now. We're getting a lot of things custom built, working with local artists in Cincinnati and Ludlow, Kentucky, which has been amazing to create this. We want to create a destination almost for people to come, because it's a quiet town. It's so cute. And I just want more people to come here. And I'm like, well, let's create a place for them to come, a colorful, welcoming space for them to create things, be a little weird, be a little out there. So I think that's the next thing that I want to make right now. That's like the focus right now, which I know is a work thing, but otherwise in life, I don't know, just be happy, healthy, enjoy family and everything we have, like just being grateful for all of it, I think.
Yeah. Well, Delaney, I think that's the perfect end for this amazing podcast with you. Delaney Freel, I want to thank you so much for joining us, for allowing me to do a little, it's not a little, it's a very big little jewelry fashion show for the audience. And again, for anyone listening on Spotify or Apple, if you want to see Delaney in person, and you really should, because she is her message, she is her brand, she is her product. She's an entrepreneur who's 29 years old. Let's support her. You left art school because you wanted to make art, and you did. You made jewelry, you made a business, you're making a space of your own, and you're still making the life that goes with all of it. So maybe that's the reminder, Delaney, to all of us, that we don't always have to know where something is going before we begin. Sometimes you just have to make something. I am Dr. Kim Allen, and this is the Fabulous Women Podcast Studio. Inspiring today, empowering tomorrow. We will definitely see you next time.